Abusia kwanche for penny here one so and a new force movement wadano na na bedi akodi atudwa wo say electoral commission say wo madam ma wonhwe na ebre no a ye de twodin e wo di ntwenhye ye koso no nke ntwenkwa nanim kakra.
Owura John Dramani Mahama e de astro asofo e wa Ghana nyinanim say won fa wanu ntum na sade abato komisa esi ye no ma no wan hwe ye perpere ye Emma Mabato na yebetu mu.
Sanso na Archbishop ya wano Eda Action Chapel International Yera Duncan Williams so ne wodi atu electoral commission anim se ma enya na adwene se bi e mabuni ye wo maga na mu aye die nya abotre ntine sabi o mu betietia saa abotre na ye nya ne so.
Registration exercise a ekoso no adesia wo mu ewo ahafo region e de atudwa se wopani a wono na regional minister George Yabuate a process for enquachano.
Ye kase adwumayefo nyina nkabo muko wo makọ esechini ye adwumayefo nyina nkabo muko hye wo masiti UC one mobile aban NSDT for kokose ma wo monya wo madwene so wo de pension fo sika begoro eye chaskele wukrum ho isanse nya sa enya papa.
Kasiebo to forcing a minority leader what they atudwa yana sama wo kanyina se ba bia duro no a process for enya so mu recruit and crofo e di wura process any asoja adwuma no mu secretly.
Kane Minister of State Yera Rollins so Professor Kojo Yankano no so dia to just say aban adwumayefo ebehwema niema bi anka ya aban dia wo wankasa de o monsa beto so na wo de o musika be kwakoto no kwanim na myenimnie entwa ye wo kwan bia so
hotels makumakun ensia yaton ediama Brana Tampon Labadi Beach La Palm Royal Beach ene Elmina Beach Resort Ridge ene hotels ahodwa eka mesrawo se hotels ni nyina no Brana Champa to okwa ha kodi agran wa ayewi why
ene na abusua bi ya wo mudin ne Sarah Abraham ne nabusua ya wo mo kira kane no agrada na agrada ne wo ye evangelist mama party ebu wo mo wo mo de wo ma no atum Israel GP ne mpanifo so wo madam atentene ni hia wo pa nto mo mra sansem ni mu
finance committee chairman ya wo emfimfim mantem ebusua pani CC Crystal donate 50 motorbikes Edi asodi odi kan koma omo tetete no edi no ma hodo bebre ye be ka kodi nkomo de afa
abusiansem wani afoforo pi no aka ho na nwume ya tena se ye de somo se no nsi abremo Kasiebo ne yemfa seda ma nwume ko ya wodi ya chi SMB tesa ye edu heba clinic for na akwafa de be adwama so memedu tatahwe ya be mebie nya binu mebeboa na SSC no Ruta natural products we adwama so malaria typhoid hawa wedro ni afa sabacha ba center sebra na ye ma wawo na mu yade awakote asasa ni nyina ye nto ase emfama e stress ne hawa dwen Little George akwafa kwa Mr. Diaba nura wudo pino so wona dwaso enti afa ho na ekwajibi Let's Talk Educational Consortium obesete o mano so ahutiti wo mo afi no madi abosumi nsia de krono amoma nyina be ya kandifo papa Spanish jinko no nua garlic bitters so ye adwuma papa enti anu wajibi no no mafei power specialist heba was hepatitis A B C D E ni nyina de bedru ho a Wombeshe edi ama wonsa no na ye otititia ya anom 3p garlic mixture e dro papa ebetu ase medimosi zie nim se prostate sem wo yini nyina kwa edi free honti ani akọ akọje ayahwe na fe Solak Natural Clinic in so sebra kidney liver yo hawaba hono wodi bedru ho obehwe edi ama na fe X natural mineral water so yezu kroje a ye no na yenya apomode nwume ko ya dama eno mudi achi anwume e wo Kasiebo yi
ya wote yanka me okumangra Diwanf, wahireba boama benye mene
amma poma checheku
afei ensem ni kire mu ene yede etoam so yi na owura John Dramani Mahama ene wone asofo ye wo man Ghana mu ehia ye enkanka asofo empanimfo a wakase empuna na epunu okase nhia na hye etu ahene ne yesi ahenefo a ewo Yesu adwuma ni mu ya wo ne Yesu na to kese ene wo ekoye kokosia ene da twetwe nkomo na nkomo twetwe ni mu no ena owura John Dramani Mahama ede to asofo no nim se enuma bi ekoso ewo Ghana ha ye bre bi edu wasa asofo no ede wa no tum na waka bi edi kan abato komisa ne dwumadi ahodo a wodie ewo Ghana ha no wo bia na ni hweb ma medin a utumi professor da bi enya abato komisa sade ye osi edi ne dwumani etomre bi kura common calculation thousands on to me calculate na the past we go better than we calculate millions ama na ye o say enu atire no wo ho a wo bete say yabo obi din NPP ni ye de na kwa kwose abato komisa so ye so ne kwa kwotara o say commissioner afi wo be call regions ahodo no NPP fo ene ye do ma kwa kwurawura ho na abato na ye ba beto no referee no a e wo say okokọ he abato no so no wano no afira manyokuo bi mu chama nyokuo bi atade a ne yɛbɛyɛ den ne yamane saa ama na kɔso asɔfoɔ no wɔ mo asiaeɛ no yɛn na wɔde sansɛmi ɛde ɛto wɔ manim yɛntie nkɔmɔ no sɛde yɛsi ɛkɔɛ.
We are preparing for the election, and we believe that as moral voices of society, you must not take your eyes off the ball. The EC is the arbiter, the EC is the umpire, and the EC must not only be neutral, it must be seen to be neutral and non-partisan. Unfortunately, recent events do not give us confidence about this. There is a president who is appointing politically, exposed people into positions of trust where they are supposed to be neutral and non-partisan. And so people who have been communicators for the party, people who have been IT backstops for the party, today are commissioners of the Electoral Commission. How do you expect them to be neutral and fair in what is happening? People who were patrons of TESCON on campus are today commissioners of the Electoral Commission. How do we expect them to be neutral and fair in what is coming up? And so it means that we must be vigilant, we must be more alert. We as political parties are going to use the instruments that are provided in the Electoral Code to ensure that the election is free and fair. We're going to train our party agents, we're going to incentivize them to be vigilant on the day, we're going to make sure that we are at the collation centers on time and we witness the tally of the results. We're going to police the election every step of the way. But sometimes there are things that are difficult to control. For instance, our last complaint was about recruitment of returning officers. You heard Hobson Adoye on radio say that they took MPP executives from Kumau and brought them to a Juso by-election as returning officers. And there are pictures of some of them who are executives. And we are not able to check it because the CI says that 14 days before an election, before the by-election, we were supposed to have the list of returning officers and be able to make an objection if we believe that somebody is a politically exposed person. We went to a Jusu by-election without the list of returning officers. And so it was possible for them to recruit people who were party activists as returning officers.
Well, I am some John Dramani Mahama were they a two guy and what's no. And was signed added to a soft from penny for no more SCIAB. At a say Archbishop Nicholas Williams, Reverend Sam Cranche Akra, Dr. Lawrence Tete, General Superintendent, Emma Assemblies of God, Reverend Steve Wingham, and also Ebebi, Mrasebeja any former appointees. Kane Chief of Staff, Yera Julius Debra, na oho. And now, what they two omuninanim say, Baby Adrono, I was say, na baimu, se waba, wabeka boom, na bainoni, insurance, no. Ebeka boom na woma boa ama development atumi akoso ti say schools hospitals yen sorry no eye no aban no so de ho bagim said ye beyam pagyae ebetumi akoso anwuma nyina mu.
In future, that we increase the influence of the churches in the management of the schools. And so one of the areas we look at is to ensure that the chairman of the governing board of the school is a member of the church that established the school, and that they are representatives of the church on the governing board, and that the churches should play an important role in who the head of the school is, in selecting whoever the headmaster or whoever the head of that particular school is. But like I said, this is part of the dialogue that we need to have in order that we improve the educational outcomes that we have. Today, our educational system is facing a crisis, and we must admit it. We need to look at how we can continue to make it affordable, but ensure that we do not compromise quality in terms of the edge to make education more affordable.
Why I am some Yera John Dramani Mahama were they a two ene ewo asofo ne mpanimfo a wona wo musia ejumadiasa.
Na ewa sanche mudia krona asie no ena penimpaya wono Archbishop ya wada Action Chapel International ano Yera Duncan Williams nso gina simpie ni apaso wode to Electoral Commission anim se mema enya wo madwene so my Ghana ya asomdwefo dodoye de empe ho asem yempede de yempe kitikiti ntine sebe omo betietia ya preso aba beso ya hwese bia sen wo yanum anase bibia tesa esan sese sa na wo madwene ye wo mode ani omunya esan sa hwe yi ade betumi asie no enya de be ye papa o se be hwa bre bi atwamu a enema ni bia koso no kwasem ni Ghana fo nyina ya dansefo sa nkoyie sa bere de nya no nie eno atwam nanso eniema wodo Electoral Commission ne beye no ye no ena be frefrese ye be sa akosa amre ni mu anase ye sa akosa amre ni ne senti e wo sa abato commission hwese ne wo ye nyina ne ye pepepe ye be kwa akwa atie no asomdwe ya Ghana eguso awo mu na mmabunu din ya wo maye no on be kwaso aye din kosisi ye be to aba na wie na bibia nso betumi akoso kama ne wabra na wode sansam ne tudwa no edie bi.
There is too much pain and suffering in this country. All our doctors and our nurses are leaving this country. And we just pray that things will be well handled and managed in transparency and fairness, that we will not end up being refugees in any other country, because without proper fairness and honesty and transparency, things may fall out of hand. Nobody should think that the Ghanaian is a very gentle, don't like trouble human being. It's not true, because I saw what happened 79 and 81, and they were Ghanaians. And some of the violence and the murderers and unrest in certain parts of this country, like what's going on in Boko and other places, they are all Ghanaians. And if we don't manage things well, and we have this mentality and thinking that any party can do whatever they want to do, and the Ghanaian will accept it, and the Ghanaian will live for it, you might be playing with fire, make no mistake. Because when people are desperate and are hungry, they don't care about what happens. And hungry and desperate people are very dangerous people to manage and to deal with. When demons come into town and possess people, then you will know that maybe you really didn't understand the Ghanaian, because when a demon enters a person, it doesn't care about your tribe or your citizenship. It rules you. So I think that
Awusiawe Archbishop Duncan Williams and yet so didn't send me to Jawa Bra or Munira John Dramani Mahama Asia.
Na yabawuramu yadaso ewo amanyo esemu ene enoma hodoa asisi voters registration exercise ya ekoso nansen mo beka ye kukuom basabasabi ekoso ewo ho a de esi ye na na wo hyepantie ne NDC amanyo kuo no friends and trefo nhie mu no wo mo etwe nkomo na nkomo twe na se no ena opania ye friend honorable Apreku Latte wode eto sentrefo nyina nim se ana anu no a wo mo etwe di no wo mo ha wo mo konko ha honorable Yabuachi a wono na ahafo regional minister wababa park ne car ena wababa bia ye twere din no eti ogina kwansima kakra ena wofre momra eti wofre wo mu nyina eboa no ena omuhu se honorable Yabuachi ene boys no atwetwe nkomo anti wo mu di nkomo no wie ye no a the Archbishop eken na demon no ababe wuro mumu eti ni omo baaye no scatter hey de koso na no hye papa ema de si ye no na no hye a omo je omo ho a enye omo tiem se sabra no kra no sabasabasa no ekoso no nyina no na honorable Collins Dauda kra no na wo ma ho ema sabia no wabra Yabuachi ba ho no a sabasabasa ana George Yabuachi ebe pio no sabasabasa we eba so no nyina no na honorable Collins Dauda eni baabia na obi kwaka se an yehu ne ka ba ko ewi ase nipa nye serious o enu nti se mo ka se yenu na se ba ko enenam temasesi ane yese basabasa bi asi ho a na tese okumangra kian chemical pio ne de na tese eyemia ne no ena wo mo etese sade na asie no anu osepa wo mo pese sade no bi besi biem da enu nti omo bokoko se prosefo baabia Honorable Judge Yabuachi ehye biara mon kwankwache no na basabasa na esiye no wono ene kofa bai
And care be a no mutim no. Almost to say electrical daughter, the approach after electrical daughter said, only in some. You say, regional minister of Baha, Miss Elbu Brown. Omatons African. DC no, Miss Elbu will be yes, my dear, Omatons African. Now, a day anointing and go for bar registration center, a bar or no do. Ma can't see why man a ball, no 9 any exchange. Oma who can now. Anna, a NDP chairman, Oma who can. Anything. And here country Ghana police service. Say, Oma your margin said, Ombe Catasuno Maso. None of Crane was in. Omon form and see from none of Crane or Monka. As you get into me. You're reading.
Well, I need some of the 2 Jan and what you know, and what the 2 just say. A free dabas say, a see a process for a bemu. Now, more at TBO, see antibio. Bessine, as a process for a quaquada, so be now so mafrumo, say be an DNSO, a process for a D. As will be a bomudia some cassa, one bewu, one would test a process for baby adrono, yes, piano, one person.
Regional minister, honorable Yao. Watch it. Brian no try any friend do that. Or no, and a Bamba, a walk, I have a mountain win or to train. I'll be himself. Or no, and a tea, anointing group we are. On my authority, sir, or moving a man for our Patema. Regana policeman, prayer. Yenche, this year, a bankrupt president, always in a foot and sap. I will say, or say, dream when you say, and to swap and come if you say, Ahubamba, and what's a man, I know, Messi Muna on the Shannon. Now, almost soon as I'm going to Edina, a meet. Yes, I have Ghana police service said, and prayer, anointing or in the group of Bible. Yenche, anointing, and the picture, so many picture in it. Yenche, anointing, and the picture. Only the group members in India. So, moon or Monsua. Per report where the original youth organizer by Mudi. Yen charge you in absentia. Said what I might charge me in absentia. Not the attractor. Sir, a dinner on what the account said. The second group near NDC vigilante group. Omunin free if you are NDC members or have any NDC vigilante.
Now, and what you know, and our more outside at was where you have for original chairman Yao Otri. Ono so efre ensuo ene abosoma etwa mu ho ahia nyina se wakwada bi wunim na wo ha for region na wunim se wunyini ye na tintin atwa wo so ba be register na nanu ma unu registration center ho yemfa won nye hanam ema omu tit e wo ba no
aye na nanu a me babubu mu dini ye wo ofin so ufiri kuma se ba obetwa asuo wo fin wo ba ubetwa abu ye ne tepafo ne boss ye wo ba ubetwa tano wo ba ubetwa subiri sa asuo ya mabubo di nyine enne me kokko suso efiri se wo ba utwa kosu anu awura esutifi utwa ofia na wo ba hafo asuo ya mabubo di nyina titi utano utwa sa regi nyina hohia Obia on pen who was a mawma. Obia on pen who was a mawma. Yes, we are so dead. Yes, sir. No, just as so ya. Yes, and your Muslim Mabudi ya. Says so way now. Yet you won't ya. You need NPP for organizing your what is uncle for the Benyan. You're from Nanga and Nancy.
Well, asama chairman Yao Otri. One also editu jase nananom enshasi enye adwuma ne we ye wadwe se wo kroso no ana nsuo no twia o na otilo
de nananom wonam we papa because ye de ya
amanfo so bela
tina nano mo na mo on very papa ebusia ya to aso da so electoral commission ni abato di ntwo ya ekoso na mu na no na pani ya wono na new force movement okofa de bai na nakwa mbedi akon ya do na fred cheda ene wode to electoral commission anim se na dama wonhwe na ebre no a wo mo ede ato se ede twedi ni yentwenko anim kakra esansa wo hwa abato commission krata mu a wo mo hwedi ntwo na se me ebusum de to so so nyame ya adom a ne de to so aduonu nso na akoye aduonu di na tesa aka na fo anso pene di ntwo no ye de ni nyina aba na wieye na eso ye kasa no nipa bebre ho no akwanya mama wo mo a edi no wo mo ntwro bi afi kwa na bi bu bedi mfie du nwotwe obi ho no mo a May 27 no ankasa e na obedi mfie du nwotwe obi nso kra ho e bia na de 28 na obedi mfie du nwotwe enti se kwabasa abato komesa ya makwan ni bia meka ho amasa nipa na enya kwan antwe ne dia na eso no so ya sisi ne chise mfie na ya chi e de bia akwanya beba e de ama nipa no amana twe ne di nti wo se electoral commission se na dama we di enko nhwam a mabru ni titi wonti se be na wo mo a e bia free sabre ya de ko June wo bedi mfie du nwotwe July wo bedi mfie du nwotwe e de ko wo manim kakra nko mu nyina benya kwanya na wo matimi atwe wo modin e wo de ntwahye yi a e koso yi mo se de be ya December 7th ne bre no so a wo betumi akọ no mde kokromoti akọto abanam so mo de petition akọto mpanifo anim so wo madama wo mo hwemie bi nkrata mu no mo nwene ho se be ye no betumi aye ne sa ontu sa na mo no na nakwa mbedi akọ cheda na nsima hodo a wo de to dwane beni
aman mu a ye wo sesei no se be kọ nanimo se baba chio ni nyina agina oman ne so a na so bi ye obibi na so wonim se endim wow na se wotena ho na wogeto ho so a ene wa na wa ye ho abro enu nti na ene mesi petition na petition no e kire se 20 days na electoral commission e di ama oman no se obia fam vote enkoje registration for omu voting rights no 20 days no uhwe now they compare 33,000 slots and here were before as polling centers and no crano you be bread name no 20 days no usha yama only 253 offices almost our 3 to 4 constituencies in there in Tininina no almost say 1,068 now 1,068 se nipa bako register na say time no ye 15 minutes no they be register our bia no nipa 4 and I wait my register. 2 times 4 no by 1,000 something. That is 4 in an hour. Now we are times by 8. So we now outside the times 20 in 273,000 votes. And it's a nipa ankasaka so mo kwa register so mo be vote here. And no pe time o mo no and no pe nipa sa no pe no mo betimi a register o mo. Yen so ye 33 million. And no na media be to just say amansa nyina no yemfa yensa ene ya dwene mbom na yembi say easy nso say emre ya omudi ama ye esua nti omo extend no first of all. Secondly no ye bi so omo say omo be mai omo be yi every 33,000 polling centers na ye registration free no omo dia ko 253 EC offices omo de 2 to 3 and as 4 constituencies as alcohol no omo dia register on mine nyina and Crawford, I just said, free a church from the polling center. No they used to register from no. As I say, no almost sign about EC office no. My IBB for transportation would be do a campaign and a nipa 33 million. You bet me I a boko. Na ye use 253 or more offices or more krumha. And I have to treat in every region district or more. I'm a munina ko 253 where almost 40 tables say say another constituency no and send your register. So sha numbers no and match o hwe so a entiasie bi enya adwuma
abusianti we na nakwa mebedi akon no na new force movement no anasa party odi animo and all the side city kwadiama electoral commission
na yamonwura mu ne konkwadi nkomo fofora ene edai ewo mrase badwafie ana mrase badwani ya wono anso na ye minority leader ewo mrase badwafie owura Kasiebo to forcing ede etudwase no bi akoso na wo mo atetete se wo ho a obehu se ya bisawo wonya prosia obedi se bia wo ye etuturasem kakra wo mpasua so na woyɛ MPP ni a na yɛbisa wo wonya police yɛ obɛdi ana wosi wo ebi a mede soja na menya nka mepɛ ɛsan sɛ wohwɛ me matwi yi a ɛso ne yɛbɛsɛ nkɔ soja na saa deɛ no akɔakɔ ɛfrɛfrɛ kɔbɔ yɛ NPP ahyɛaseɛ ɛde ne mmeranteɛ ɛde wurawuram police soja immigration custom fire service ne n'asefoɔ sesa ne nkurɔfoɔ ɛde wurawura mu a saa deɛ ɛkɔ soɔ no nyinaa no ɛnya deɛ bi a ahomka ɛno nti wɔgyina so a wɔde kɔkɔbɔ ɛde ama bambɔ nnwumakuo ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana mu sɛ saa nneɛma no a ɛkɔ so no wɔn mu ntwa so sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a wɔtena no ɛnkɔnkɔfo yɛ no yɛ foforɔ ɛmfa ɛma wɔse saa deɛ no senti a wɔn de asi wɔn srɛ so ne wɔn ani so nyinaa no sɛ wɔn yɛ saa deɛ no sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ wɔn bɛtumi awiem abatoɔ no mu mfia mpem aduonu na yɛ a yɛba bɛtɔ yi wɔn bɛtumi agyina so awiem nanso wabɔ wɔn kɔkɔ yɛntie no.
We are calling on the immediate cancellation of the secret recruitment embarked upon by the police service, the prison service, the Ghana Immigration Service, and the Ghana Army, dating back 2019. Notwithstanding the fact that the minority raised serious concerns about the criteria adopted by the NPP government to recruit personnel into the security services, it has persisted in taking additional steps in the last few days that we have seen. The recruitment of the NPP foot soldiers into the security services, especially in this election year, is a calculated attempt to compromise the elections, given that the loyalty of the new recruit in the event that they are deployed will be to the ruling NPP and not to the state, as it is required for all security personnel. Ladies and gentlemen, it is unacceptable that the government continues to put cheap partisan considerations ahead of the overall peace, security, and stability of our country in the run-up to the 2024 elections. We wish to remind His Excellency the President, President Akufo-Addo, and the Vice President, Alhaji Bawumia, that they will not have their way this time round, regardless of whatever maneuverings that they will roll out in the 2024 elections. We will resist these shenanigans with all our might and all our strength. Our members, our supporters and sympathizers will not just defend themselves against unlawful attacks by the NPP thugs in uniform. We shall hold these NPP hoodlums personally responsible for their unlawful violation of the laws of Ghana and the legitimate rights of our people.
Sama Dr. Kasiebo to force and what they etuga. Then what you know, and I was saying etwa so biem say. Emra so bedwafie no mu nyina ewo. Wo ho a MPP no office ni abom kokoko. Yes. Brem wo be unse nipa no ebewura mu no na okura documents forms na ye de akogu ni table no so. MP ba ko bia 30. MP ba ko bia 30. E de 30 a MPP for ye mutie Kasiebo wadawroma. Se wo MP MPP ni na ontumi mayem fa prosini dia ana sojani a ene ye no watie nkabo yie. Ya kire se 30 slot ye de ababegu na abu table so. Honorable wadawroma we 30 de wankasa wo dia se wo mrante ne maba wa bi wo mpasua so a wo mu di prosini bi eyie wo mu ye sojani bi eyie a e makoma koduasa fo mo bra ye baji wo mo ene ya sesa de am mo sesa de no emwa kura te se de tete no ne ye ne no ye nye ne sa pepepe ye miem emra de bo akrata ahodo mu ne mo ho dawuro se ebre na duru ya ye bo dawuro wo apeso di prosia na soja no bra be di bi e ba sa no a e bo man no.
Each parliamentary candidate has been offered 30 slots, 5 for each of the security services, the 6 of them. 5 for police, 5 for immigration, 5 for fire service, 5 for army, 5 for air force, and 5 for prisons. But let me say, so if it is 30 times 275 constituencies, it's 8,250 NPP foot soldiers disguised as police personnel going into an election. First of all, I wish to ask, what is the motive? Recruiting them 6 months into the elections. I mean, I'm concerned. When all is said and done, we have a country to protect. But you can politicize everywhere, but dare not politicize the security services. But where the country is going is a matter of concern to us. And that is why we are raising the concerns now. This morning, our colleague, the Honorable Peter Linchini, has written to the IGP, asking the IGP to halt the practice and protect the professionalism of the Ghana Police Service. And we are telling all those security agencies to comply with the laid down principles and procedures in recruiting.
Sansem ni muano ena Honorable James Agaga ya wono so no se eba mrase bedwamu a wonwa wo hwe amanweye ho sem so no eye interior wono eye ranking member e wo sa kuo no na wo de atodwa se abato ye aye ba beto yi se NPP adwen se won be wiem e de basabasa e be ba Ghana ha oh omon ka omakoma nto omyem no mo na esanse sade no enya de besie.
This government is bent on politicizing the security services, and if care is not taken, we will not have any security apparatus at all. You've seen pictures of people with disabilities. I mean, with all apologies to people with disabilities, I mean, recruited into the security services because of their partisan, character. All we're saying is that NPP must put a halt to this phenomenon of recruiting party vigilantes into our security services. Remember that a law was passed by Parliament against vigilantism. Now, the new trend is that rather than create vigilantes outside the security setup, they have decided to absorb their vigilantes into the security services. That is why the leader said there are certain operatives who are masked as security personnel of our country, and yet if you try to unmask them, you soon discover that they are actually NPP tax and vigilantes who have infiltrated the security services. We urge them to take his warnings very seriously. If they don't, the Interior Minister will be hauled, the Defense Minister will be hauled before the House.
Why a ranking member Ora James Agaga, our Interior Committee, our Parliament, and yet in
Yento ansam ne so na yen concern foforo mu na no fiada ne nkraba ya se yera samo lokuja to abla kwaya wono ya north tom ra she bedwani atrokrata akoma shraje se edema bi kwaso o maga na mo wo se shraje ma wo mani ba ho no mo hwemu ye sanse anye ye a ebekwa ko wie che ne de hawa ba na nsem no ano oboso ne bi eyese watesa state wo mo hotels bi a eneyi wo mo ton ediama yera brand champion ye so afo hwe o maga na kuadwuma ene nuane ensem so na sansem no no na so teye no na oje enye ye nti shraje fo Mobi, Nasansam Yemu Shemo, na Yenomo, and Anope, and Kraba as a TUC Trade Union Congress, Womosu Yens and Jofo Shemo, Edia Fasansam Neho, Yerumun and Neomokobo, Equadia Masnet, says Yeno Quasam Sampa. Yes, native for hotels be a one more name, Mushes, Vese, or how much you would you see? One more the mother and a champion, dear, your Musha ye pa, a son, and one much my for Yadion Betnas, not yet do musica, and also more pension fund, and I be a Tisano, Yadia to pray or my eganimum. But in Paya or no, Enna or da a civil and local government staff association clock sag, Kono, Yera, Isaac Bampo, and as a Jofon Shemun any moon word, Kasaya or the two judges say, such as Kellen was native for person or Mobono. And your money better hunty sako could be woman tear, no one tear years as a woman siege na every sad dear, and then woman from home free home.
Government to know that these funds are not government funds. These funds are pension funds. And pensions are guided by the Act 766. We have investment guidelines under Act 766. And clearly, these guidelines have not been followed. Government should be aware that we will not allow them to play chaskele with our homes. Should they dare go ahead, it will be the mother of all strikes in Ghana.
Dr. Isaac Bampoya wono ena clock sagiko no dano na yenu achire TUC for penny Dr. Yabanso Kasaya wono kra de nsama hudo pinu anu obisa se die kra na abenti ne snete for etu ana mobi atese sanse se ye hwa kra no asnete for kra de nkom ya managers use hotels e Ghana for dia ye ni ho kwanse mo amohwe so keke no mode mo pe e ba betonton bebi atesa ne nti e ho behia se ni mu animu ya no sadio no wo mo ebetwem na Dr. Yabanso say no kan de fine.
The boss was received something the proposed sale of 60% of CS features in some shares. The ownership representatives reforms and reform efforts, they have collectively raised objections to the process, and you have advised that the process is good. We find it extremely difficult to understand why 6 interests in 6 hotels will be packaged and sold as if all the hotels are in the same financial position. Second, we find it difficult to understand why the original proposal of the sale of Snake's interests in 6 hotels has now reduced to 4. We hold the view that this renders the whole process now involved. 3. The proposed payment terms, we have observed that the proposed payment terms
Awusia mo fanche se ne no emu na ho papa na TUC chofo pani yera yaba ene te se na wo kasa no na ne tintini ne tietia mu nyina no wo ka e de ato station for panifo ne te sa hotel si aye ka ho asem mu nyina obi asi kasem enye pe se de bia wadwene be yo se bia o mu si kasem kofo mu ntie ton de ama obi ne se ntie adwuma no ana na mo no a wo mu tuo no emprempren ya no wo mo famra na wiye
hotels makoma kunsia na ye ka ho asem no eye Labadi Beach Hotel, La Palm Royal Beach Resort, Elmina Beach Resort, Ridge Royal Hotel, Busia Beach Resort, Enna Trust Lodge Hotel. Ya ni nyina na yaton ediama Brana Champo me de kokobo ene ye medical boss say as far as say ya kase Brana Champo ehoye ne dia no we NDC ni unya hoho a we yie won fana nkoho Brana Champo de ne hu ewo krom ha obam ya recordu naked kura mochna ye de aba betu dwantu ye NDC ni a sa hotels ya ye bobodin ma memmo ne biem ye 60% akwama no enti eye Labadi Beach Hotel, La Palm Royal Beach Resort, Elmina Beach Resort, Ridge Royal Hotel, Busia Beach Resort, NF Trust Lodge Hotel. When we know aye omine de aye senate ehweso keke ene ye kire se Brana Champo wo mo aye tender ne tender aye no ono no so CCC dada ko ne so ne kosi ye ene ye de hotels no nyina no e de ama no hamu chichemu aduesia 60% ene ye de ama no se champion man when watumi yesi hotel fefefe wakwu nti we diwe na faka ho nano and a political analyst ewo University of Cape Coast ore Jonathan Santieltre e de to just say no kwasem se Ghana atumi atabri ajapade ente se e de ama Brana Champo dia na de friend state capture no eno anom guso no yo mo de ama no esan say abanya owotumi mu na wono ankase saje o manager pade akantam so de ye nya na sawo da biara da yenti no
kakanka ebeka se amayeku awa abamu no asa kakanka no they are getting involved in what we call state capture. Now by state capture na quite to say what the name be egu akwanmu a ebema enema ediwo oman no kakanka eba kodi amanyefo nsem eba kodi amanyefo nsem na eba no sara che say oman mu no nyina no na ye maye kire ne kom na so so etoso mienu no o say hu say generations unborn emma na according to say Japan now say what ton o Japan there in advance for the 5 million na mum nipa o dia na man no o man e bre bia obetimi aka say o sa bre we die akokoso na che say at least what woka e wonya mfaso kakra then it comes back to the state. It doesn't appear to be the case. It also means no ekuo na say a business involved in buying this particular percentage from Smithson. Also, for the optics, it doesn't really augur well for the image of the party in government. Wow. You see, and it's not as if the person is not politically exposed. This person is politically exposed. And so it makes the business, the transaction, a bit more dangerous than...
No. And no crowd yasha see to a man for say, we tell see I abodin and oko hard wire ye, what's not a saman koto, na Brana Champo de and yes, sir, a samba to that, it is very careful. Na yankwa homa so na ye ne owura Abraham Kumsen enko twenkomo Federation of Labor penin power da no yawura wada Roma ye mo akwaba yo sa hotel ya ye tonwi wo mo kire se senate dia bi mo so kire se Ghana dia na senate ehwe so Sadia ye ekoso 60% ye de amani Federation of Labor any labor force no. Mu problem ne say ye ne ye wo hotel ne ye ton. Mo how ne say.
So okay, and I say ILO came out with report if you say yeah where 10 years to come no. Snit scheme no ebegu.
No correct.
One here, Oko pensioner in Twin Pioka. Them says, now say, anybody say, Snake for over invest contributions now, work at the corner. Over invest in business, working Amazon.
Okay.
Return. Now, you see, me, I will not even blame government much on what is happening.
Okay.
Because Snake board, no, them pensions. Board, no. Organized labor. There were 2 people, 2 members are there representing Ghanaian working.
Sir.
Oh yes. The TUC, man, I was listening to him. See, me, I don't like hypocrite in my life. You see, look, this press conference here,
yeah,
we were not here. They didn't tell us. Meanwhile, you know, Smith contribution, no, it doesn't come from only a public sector employees.
Okay.
Every worker, even this time, wake up in the corner, if you want to be part of it, you are allowed to contribute as a member of the Smith. Private sector, all our members are among it. So if you want to take any such decision, you must consult. We have to organize a meeting so that the leadership will meet. But who knows Banco? I don't know their interest. Quickly, then you issue a statement to government that you have stopped it. We will not accept it because it could be, they are playing some game. We issue a statement and Sana was actually another letter say, tomorrow, we are meeting, organized leadership is meeting at the TC hall, 11 o'clock to discuss. Meanwhile, you have already issued a statement. You have already sent a letter to the chief of staff, chief one flat house, and you have given copies to people that you have.
So are there no one in Sana or the letter called back or the call?
That is the issue. We must even meet our representatives on the Senate board. We have to meet them. Find out from them what happened. Wow. What went wrong? What is from us? Because all this while they are being involved. While I involved in all the decisions. They are saying, "Says I be the master. Say, man, can Moody, you too, yeah. Hey, I feel we are panicking. Then you start issuing this statement. I disagree with them.
Okay.
Because they cannot take such decisions and write to government without consulting all of us.
So Federation of Labor, Madrid is saying on this sale of your hotel 60%.
It is wrong. A robbery. Now I'm happy the doctor now interviewed,
Yeah, Jonathan Asantiotre.
Take capture now, a Japan document, what can you? And the other, they want to capture them so that if they are in position, they can still control the finances of this country. What is it? Sure. It is wrong. And they should have right, because if you write an issue in this statement, what is it? So if we had waited for the leadership of organized labor to meet, discuss here, I'm sure we could have come out with a stronger position.
So you're Abraham Kumsen now. TUC Edika the Krata, the Aquacoma Chief of Staff Dada. What's the meeting? No, Mobecono, and the changes and the member.
That is it. We will question them. Why should they take that step without waiting? Because we can meet. Because I did a Saturday end.
Yeah.
Well, and why do you rush? Why do you rush? Meanwhile, what day in the corner and then so let us say, we have to meet. So we are meeting to discuss what?
Okay.
We are meeting to discuss what? Intentionally, they are doing all these things to break our front, divide us, knock our heads together, and make things become very worse. Why we here? It's very difficult even to deal with these guys who are behaving. Now, and then open. Oh, Sika. Oh, hotel, Rock City. Nadi. What again? Life is very short. What do you want on this app? What do you want?
Baisam.
Who was started for what?
Ora Abraham Kumsen, Oka say Baisam and I said Yasam.
Baisam. To Obi and Brady, they are too much up to the beer. We are saying, put the paper. Iran Papi. Oh, from all the powers that he had in the world. What happened to him?
Oh.
From all the powers that he can ask come out to kill this man, they will kill you. Do this, they will do this to this person. And then look at how he died. And then over reality. And then life is very short. So you don't have to play this game. What kind of behavior is it?
Yara, you're the best, our channel committee in the back.
We thank the media. They must pass because otherwise our representatives they didn't tell us anything. We don't know until people started blowing this thing up.
Okay. What's the committee in the Bible? Saba on Cheney and we didn't come with you. Adolfo already when you for Abraham Kumsen, Federation of Labor Penny Power Dano, any attendant can introduce area the Vicino, the bidding commodity farm.
Usha was ansem koya hona Professor Kojoyan Kawaya Kani Minister of State say Woyera Rollins Abreso. Wadi atu ye chese se suni ban no wo omega na so afo bi no emu ene oman mu perifo bi no se eniema na se japade ye oman ne dia wo fa kontina se kwan so na wo mo ankasa atonton ananso wo mawiawia na wo mo afefa no no kwasem ne entwa ye kura wo kwan bia so na Facebook na papa ko ya wo kwacho sansebi e wo ho ye dem se papa wo ye founder Edema Pan African Heritage Museum sanso na African University College of Communication so ono ana founder no kasa no chese o man japade de yo man ne dia e yo mamu ni nyina dia ya o man babia ye wo bia no wo chefa wo eni wo kwase ye ton de ma wo a wo ye soafo ananso kwa wo ukura di brebi wa ban ni mu se o man japade no nko abakofo wo bagia kake abekentire so o kira ekobasa nya de bo kwan bia so se ntia ho behia ese ye kwa anim asomamu no ye behwe se ade ye o man de ye o man de ye nton fa modas ani bi esa so esi obente ono nko anye mfa moso na onfanye na de ekobasa na enisuade hunu ntie de sa de kodie ne ba ese ye o man japade no na enyade a eboa Professor Kojo Yanka ena wode sa ensemi tu dwa wo kyese yentwe ho emfiri suni ban bi etesemo esansanyade eboa man emo no esmi konanim ekwan bia so
Yakwaba ni ababedi nkomo e de awura mfimfim mantem no ma bi a akoso na yemfa sede mu oduro fama power specialist eba hospital na me Beatrice akosuadua ya wo na da no wo se yemfa ntomanim se hepatitis no A B C D and E wadaroma otu ase deku e de free ne Ghana ha afa bibi te se kompo osa ene fibroid no eno so oyini nyina e de free ho e ma hoto eba na kompo no de wadaroma wo de ba obenane no ena afa fibroid no so no with the ba onane efiri ho on krabata be semiensa e wo Ghana ha Kumase branch no feyi ase woni just bro filling station e di hwe mu e wo eye contrase ekwan no so Lake Road e ho e na obehu no sanso e na Accra branch no e wo Kwabenya Poku ase ACP kwan no so ye fro power bus stop e na Takra de so Anaji Estate wo Anaji MA Primary School no mfim wo afre no 0244 5444 22 0244 5444 22 afei 3P garlic mixture the best garlic mixture ye wo krom what type a say open the best garlic mixture ye wo krom a 3P garlic mixture ena eba esiesie ne padua eyi ne padua no amaman fi ni no man keka wane na asefo no eyi firi ne padua no mu kase amro so eyi firi ho afei ye funu ya ye dokose enane ne kama ema hotoba general body pains and stress ni nyina no enane firi ho ema ahoto ne anije mapa etumi epie obatumi ai pe 3P garlic mixture duro no a Piwak natural health edeba ye ne bi ewo Ghana ba bi eton duro bia obatumi afre no 0248 928 824 0248 928 824 Medi Moses ena medru no so Medi Moses ye fa to Ghana fo nyinanim se akonya kase ena ba beda ho ede ama wo no na Medi Moses clinic and herbal center no enu no a wode aba no ba kuni wode Medi Moses garlic capsules ede aba ya memene e de ko nipadua no mu na wonoma obehu se Ceylon cinnamon touch ewom ya ebeboa nipadua no papa afei eboa magya ne medi afurisa ne ye wo nipadua no mu okon onsa eye utititi waduro no ebustu immune system no e ma we very strong afei Moses Clinic and Herbal Center no womo eye prostate disorders womo siesi e ma ne free sexual weakness, male and female infertility, hypertension, diabetes, sciatica, typhoid fever, malaria, stroke, STI. Ene nemu yadia hu kroba teni nyina no. Wo de ba Moses Clinic and Herbal Center wo mu etu ase. On kroba tanan e wo Ghana ha enkran ha de emiensa. Adenta Beria woni police station de din hwen mu. Accra Central AELS 4 dan mu. Wo Ghana Highway Authority yard ne mu a. Aje Kwadwo woni school for the deaf ene din hwen mu. Ene Kumase eye ahenema kokoben. Friend was 0244 068 447. 0244 068 447. Yemfas ne mu odro fama edu Herbal Clinic. Ne duro papa no a wode aba no. Ye friend SMB Tese. SMB Tese. Watenka feelings. Ya bro ni friend libido wadawroma. Ne duro eno no. Unya bia ebo amane memba nyina. Ya watenka atiayira. Unya binuma. Ube unse satenka no unsu wo bi pa. Ne bebo wo nipadua no. Memba no musisi ni mu. Isiesie ho. Eya maman efiri nipadua no mu ma. Enije eba. Isiesie sisie no mu. Ema utumi ewurawura babia. Ama manfo edi ho adanse. Ghana ha babia yetonro bia no wura. Ubenya SMB test ni bi. Na mom takrade for munko emensa. Your takrade Kaswa tribe of Judah. Na nabo ache heba ubenya bi rich co heba ewo Okasi Draglin any Ekus pharmacy washama. Miamia hodo no ubenya bi ne number ofra oje usuo ni 0558 379545 0558 379545 ye twa ye ho taw na yaba enkomar bebre wachire ye de beto aso no ma hodo ye akọ Central Region ye de ye be kwa hebe ni ye de nkomo e de afa twɛn ye ba isia. say yasan emamakwa ba yemowura mu mfimfi mantem na mfimfi mantem no finance committee chairman Emma mfimfi mantem ebusuapani CC Crystal adonati 50 motorbikes ede aboa NDC amanyokuo no say wo mfanya adwuma said ye beye nkunimdie ebetumi akoso na nsai mukaya wodi kan ede motorbikes ni bi ede koye emye ye ho adwuma ewo ha na wosan ede foforo eka makomako aduonum enene wode akwa ho na motorbikes no de koye no amana nso ha ema frekuo na ewo ho no nso no wote wo mo pick up yesi we fefefei se ema no emfa enya adwuma said ye beye a obetumi awurawura miamia hodo ma women swing no enso atumi aye very strong na enye no nko no de koye posters ahodo ya yede eye adwuma yede taretare edan won na asefo no eno maako 40,000 ene wode ekoye edema all the 20 constituencies wo ho nyina so mo nche na wo mo fam krom ene edan ho sade be ya enoma ebetumi akoso enu atire no wote ema no pickups no osamo mo 10,000 Ghana cedis edeka ho afa political committee ye ohonso wo ma 10,000 Ghana cedis edeka ho na enu atire no ene wode 20,000 Ghana cedis edema region no say omfanye adwuma sade be ya noma ebetumi akoso na pani kwancherefo no na gina mu agi noma yi eye Nobel Professor Richard Asiedu waro ena gina mu a wagi noma nyina ema ne yakono eda wo wura sisi ase sedase bi emra bim abusuapani yeda ase papa twedi aponya mo nhyiraw se watumi adonati noma entese ede aboa kasa no a eba ye no na voice no mu na ho papa iti eno no de ye ntumi mo ema mu ntie bi na emom akyede ye tenkyerente ya finance committee chairman eye abusuapani CC Crystal akwakoye ewo mfimfim antem de tosom yinu ena ya danadi ede akyeremo
yenkoso amfa sedama no na obo adwuma papa panya semketo papa yi ye ohene babo ne di omo ne kwa isanse adwuma wo ye de abo ama party na gina na so na ye adwuma so ya ose abasopo de na yemfa sedama let's talk educational consult omo ye adwuma ku a waba a wo bo asere be ya ye mantete ye ebekọ na nimene yi oso obo ama mofra no wo madwiri mu abie asense de esie kire nkoda de ni nti omo de omo afa kwan foforo so de kire nkoda na de wo sa kwan ne so ntine obana de abosom nsia de kosi mfie nsia afa ne bra na wow de ne ba o de ma ho break akra bi wa be hu nsese be ba akwala no emo ene wo mo kire entrepreneurship public speaking technology na fe art wo ma hwe ho weekend school so ho ya edu o Saturday Sundays abetu di akwala na ko ho na yatete no wo mo chi kwa wo teshi ngwa estate Mango Street e wona be hu let's talk educational consult friend was 0249069821 0249069821 friend wa ubenya no na waboa ho
Mami fantum anim say Little George aduro no ye friend Kwame Chano yanum aduro no ye kama eti eyanum bi na ade ba ko awu aduro no ho ene no say se wunya Kwame Chani bi na wo no mo a entwere kakra bi gu ho ya to bo asena kan yie ana wo de friend Little George no nchetre mu nkyerɛw na anwonwa dwuma aduro no ye no ebra dwene ntia so original Kwame Cha ubenya no e wo Little George Health Shop efe aduro bi ayira wahwehwe bi be 20 years unya 10 years unya uhwe duro na unya watia unya bi no Little George ho wo Tema community 5 was a preview be run about termine presby asafo no entem hwa na BBC na se untumi nko ha obetumi afre no obe package ne kama na ye de amaka na ka no e de abre wo Ghana fa na ba bia ene wiase afa na ba bia wonsa ebeka obetumi afre Little George Health Shop ewo 0243 140213 0243 140213
Abusia X natural mineral water yesu kroje ya yedi wadan se de ma se ya jibinom ya sinsuo man kwa na nye nsuo bia nso ni nsuo bu abenum bewie na de hawa hodo ya de ahodo ena de brewe sanse ya nso so ye yanyi fi no amfiri mu amana nko entu behwe na afi hawa dwene but X natural mineral water de adofonom eye ensu kroje ye de afa mfidie ma sauce ye de stamp asisu ya de to Melcom shops ahodo ni emu remu a ubenya bi wo ho atoba number 37 Aberese Street wo su hanso a ye woni pi wa ha ene kwa de medium size abeka ho nti ya bra na ebeji bi behwe packaging ene se de nsuo ne siti a okokra bedo se obanu nsuo for 0596273546 ana 0596273547 ofra na mpedifo akasa ba bia wo bia nsuo no ye de bi beto
Spanish edi nromienu edi abedwem baako Spanish ginkgo capsules na ye strategy free ginkgo biloba any soya oil mu ene edi aye aduro no ekuta anti-aging property nto no ma wunyini da wunyini so a wontwentwam aduro no so no wonnom aduro no a ebo ni padua no eho ban ema otimi gina so yie eche aduro nankasa no ebo wadwene no wakoma nso eho ban ene your Spanish garlic mixture na capsules so wona setata waduro no odwunso bebre waduro no bad cholesterol and menstrual disorders waduro eno no obetumi afre 0266 1141 0266 1141 11.
Yemfa Solar Natural Clinic for Australia Dr. Solomon ene na pamfo adwuma wo mo body kremu apomde kwaso na nyasem ketwa onim se solar kedie se udru ho na o kidney ana o liver ena problem bi wo ho edro ho ya bibidro ye de behwe wo ama ho atowo ne nra hodo piru anso wo nadwa so a jese wo kwa ye hwehwe ba bi o ha ne wo ye hunu yade na na afa ya che edro we na wo se de kan wo na wa biba bedi ho adanse ye sampa solar kinro de tatahwepa ye nya asem ketwa obi a wo ha na anase atata ya nanso edura nadwa wo den na onwere hwe ho nso woda enna diabetes ha arthritis ha wenam yade ahodo no akotete bi asrasra wadama eni solar kefo ni kita ho na wo momo a wo mfidi de ye lab ho nti oba ye be check say prostate be your scan sanso na wawodi enim so ye be hwem na se fibroid wo mu a ye hunu ne ayi ni nyina e de free wo kokomlemle won kran obe Harvard Senior High School e wona be hunu cha kwan Fredok 0553932631 0553932631
Ruta enro no awode aba no wonum bi ya no bi wate na ruta mixture no etu malaria fever se deku e de free or woni padua no mu ruta mixture malaria fever na duru eno no ruta titanic etu typhoid fever se e de free ho ena ruta life ohuru ne padua no mu samfuru mu nanemu ema ahoto eba ruta nro ahoden ewom tipebinom na wani enye wo ba bia ye ton nro bia bo wura sa pe ruta nro no bia obenya bi wanya bia frɛ number way 0244 503443 0244 503443. Finally, Sabash Herbal Center. Sabash, see I'm fantum nim say. Woba Herbal Center hwa. Obi a sexual weakness. Obi a wo hwan ne den. Obi a hepatitis hano ana sexual infections ahodo no. Woba Sabash obi tu ase ama ho ato. Efe wo de Sabash cocobites e de aba. Na Sabash cocobites no. Obi a ni koko etumoja. Ni yematim ontumi enyane nan anani sisi etaye ne ya no. Wada Roma unyani nro ni bia ebebo papa Sabash nro kama Ghana ha baby eto nro bia no bowura ubenya bi Dr. Saba ewa La Paz Sabash Herbal Center no ewa La Paz wone Abrantia Sport ene di nhwe mu New Market kwan no so obetumi a friend was 0500 064 000 0500 064 001.
Adesrama na ha na brand be jai ma nwumre nsem hodo ayebo ano de beso se ye no nsia bre mu Kasiebo nyina esie de mo se mo ne yetena ya ye somo e wo ha aseda bie bu nkoma team ni nyina nso wa adwuma amabo e de abo nwumre mi de nsem no ye de adam mo Facebook ma dwenche ye ba ye de mo se brand do bia ya modi ye chie ne de nsem no ye de esomo nwumre yi masomfo ye me amapoma checheku mene
okumangra di wanf ekome ohene ba boama benye yede mwasi enwure ye besan ehia yeda wase